welcome to Restored by Polish. I'm Krista.
I'm Jackie.
She's guest hosting with me today because she's visiting. Yay! Again. What are we on? Trip number 3 now?
Yeah.
We keep joking that we keep telling my husband we extend it like by a day.
By one day.
Every time. And we figure by the time we get to like, oh, she's coming for a month. That, you know, like, that's what she always does. Like, she's just always here for a month. What are you talking about? So maybe he won't notice. So anyway, we've been having a really good time, but she's going to guest host with me today, especially for the one that I absolutely need to get done because we're getting to the end of February, which is the alternative birthstones. So alternative birthstone for February. And again, just like in January, there are multiples that you can do alternative. So I picked the one that I kept seeing recur over and over again, and that was Jasper. So kind of a weird time of year for these colors, but
I love it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah. And my birthstone is February, so I'm really excited about this.
Oh, that's really cool.
My
That's
February,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It is birthday. She's early February.
Yes.
So we're going to do 2 different types of Jasper. The standard red Jasper is the main one. And then there's a very specific one that's called Bloodstone Jasper, which is actually more of a hunter green color with veins of the red
that's the one
Jasper.
I'm drawn to.
Yeah, it's really pretty. So we're going to talk about how we created that veined look, but there's multiple ways that you can do that. And we can talk about that when we get to it. So let's get the camera turned around. Oh, and we're also Jackie's going to step in for Jacqueline and doing what it represents and all the fun little trivia that goes along with each of these gemstones. So, all right, let's get the camera turned around. Okay, we're back and we're going to get started with Jasper, the red Jasper first. And so I'm going to start with the polish and then we'll let Jackie jump in here with her little factoids about red Jasper. So it's funny that they say red Jasper. It's really more of a burnt orange, burnt red. And again, I'm going to flash the pictures up, and I probably already have in the intro as well, flash them up. But I like to do that as I'm doing the polishes that we're sharing, because there's always going to be different shades of it. So you're going to have, some different shades of this kind of burnt orangey, and sometimes it looks almost brick reddy, and sometimes it looks even more pinky corally, so it comes out a little bit different depending on the stone, because of course it's natural. So the first one that we're looking at is this OPI, and it is called Suzi Needs a Locksmith. I mean, you have this, right?
I don't think I have that one. No.
This is like a classic.
I know, but I don't think I have it.
Oh, I figured you would totally have this one, but it's just a really pretty cream. And true to fashion, like I started with our January alternative birthstones, I already have these swatched out, and I did get like a little tiny mark on there. I apologize. Just because I felt like we just needed to do something different than we did last year, so they're already swatched out. So this is OPI's Suzi Needs a Locksmith. And go ahead and tell us something about red Jasper.
Yes, so its name is rooted in the Latin word Eospidum and the French word Jasperi.
Does it mean something? Or is that just where the name comes from?
That's just where it's rooted from. And then Jasper is all about its mysterious properties as a gemstone. So it has many incredible therapeutic effects on the human body.
So it has therapeutic effects. Okay. Which makes sense, because I think that's why all gemstones, especially people that are like really into crystals and things, they always say that. So it'll be interesting to find out what it thinks it heals. So, all right, next one is going to be this one from Sally Hansen Insta Dry, which is called Hail Cherry. This is such an interesting kind of darkened, I don't want to say pumpkin. It's like, I don't know. It's more, I don't know if you see it, a little bit more muted, I think, and a little less orange, and maybe a little bit more corally. Yeah, so Hail Cherry.
Definitely.
And this is what it looks, oops, I'm dropping things. It looks like this on the nail. Awesome. All right, so what do we know?
So many believe that the stone signifies harmony, stillness, and quietude. And whoever holds the stone put heads together with persistence and emphatic nature.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so it has is that what you said, quietness? Okay, so it instills, so it's like a calming effect?
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely need that then. I need to quiet my mind probably, so awesome. All right, number 3 is going to be this one from Mary Kay. Do you have any Mary Kay polishes?
I don't, but that color's beautiful.
It's really pretty. It's called Adobe, I guess, which I guess is sort of like, if you think about like New Mexico and that's the color that that it is on here. Definitely a lot more muted than the last two that we saw, but again, in the swatch or in the pictures of the Jasper, we saw some that were definitely more muted like this. So, and it looks like this on here on the finger.
It's got like a really pretty rosy quality.
Yeah,
to
it definitely does. But it's not so much that it's like grandma quality, which is why I like, because I normally wouldn't keep a color like this, and the formula was really good on it. So I really enjoyed it. All right, you're up. What are you going to tell us?
Okay, so it does have healing properties, and it has a soothing and balancing nature. When you carry a Jasper, it is almost as if the chip on your shoulders is suddenly gone with the wind.
Ooh, I love that. Okay.
And it's very connected to seasons, especially autumn.
Oh,
with its grounding and its healing energies.
I like that because it has autumn colors. So yeah, so because it has healing. What was the last part? Because it had healing and
feelings, emotions, mind, body, spirit of the individual. Oh, that was in the other part. Its grounding and healing energies have been linked with that of the earth.
Oh, okay, but that's what it is, grounded with that of the earth. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay, perfect. I like that. And again, I'm just gonna, I know I say this in every video, but you know, this is just for fun. It's not like we're telling you that you're gonna get healed if you go wear a Jasper. Okay, the next one is this one from Essence, and this one is called, I don't know, because it came off. That's something. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, all I see is 19 and that's.
I see it, but I can't. Something with a D. That's, I don't know. I can't see it. Does anybody know what this one is? Maybe I can see it in the viewfinder better. Anyway, it's another kind of like, this one actually is more brick ready. So you compared to all these, this is it. It's more of like a red color. It's the darkest one. Yeah, I really, really like this one. I'm going to have to figure out what the name of it is. Not that we can buy Essence anymore over here, but super, super pretty.
Sad.
All right, what's next?
It also has emotional healing. It says, are you overwhelmed, burned out at work? Yes. Are you stressed? If you answered yes to any of these, better get yourself a Jasper.
Okay. All right, you guys heard it right there. You need to, if you're getting stressed out at work, this is the stone you need to be wearing. Okay, and the last one of just the plain red Jasper polishes is this one, although it's probably my most brown leaning one, and this one is OPI's My Italian is a Little Rusty, and I know you have this one.
Yes,
because we got it together. We definitely twinned with it. We got it together. Yes,
that one's beautiful.
Yeah, I love this one. This one is really, really pretty. So, and it looks like this on the nail. So it's a little bit more brown leaning. So you definitely get a variegation of what that red Jasper looks like. All right, what do we have for?
Then it talks about healing the body and the spirit. It is believed to have the necessary powers to relieve many physical illnesses.
Does it say any like specific physical ones?
Yes, it talks about regenerative factor of the human body that helps cure the internal organs, more especially the liver, intestine, bladder, spleen, and many more.
Another one I need for my intestine to be healed, right? Yes, exactly. So internal organs, it sounds like.
And then also talks about spiritual guidance.
Okay.
Is an amazing choice for anyone who wants to activate their spiritual abilities.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. So now we're going to talk a little bit about the Bloodstone. So that one has actually some different characteristics to it. So I'm going to talk about this next one while Jackie gets ready for the Bloodstone. So the Bloodstone is mostly this like hunter green color. And so I picked this one first, which is from Sally Hansen, and it's called Chill Out. See Hill Out. I don't know how to even say that. It's Chill Out, but I don't know why they have it hyphenated. If anybody knows, I'd love to know what the story is behind that. So anyway, this one, I've already worn this one. I wore it in my, beautiful. It's really pretty. I used it as a base in my favorite like holiday mani ever. I put this on, I put Fancy Gloss's Electric Grass, and then I did Bed of Roses from Rogue with the little red flakies. Oh, it was so pretty. I loved it. But it's a beauty on its own. It's pretty rich, pretty dark. It's a very dark, rich hunter green. So if you're looking for something dark and green, that's the one. Yeah. All right, what can you tell us about the Bloodstone?
Let's see. Bloodstone, also called heliotrope, has a lot of symbolism. And then it goes on to talk about, it is believed that when Jesus Christ was crucified, Blood dripped from his body and soaked on the earth at the cross footing. And then it was later recognized as bloodstone.
Okay, so that's where the history is behind it.
Yes,
That's
interesting.
Yeah, excellent.
And then many, excuse me, many believe the gem developed its powers from his blood.
Oh, okay. So now we know what the history is behind it. So yeah, very cool. All right, let's do one more from this one. So we're gonna do this one from OPI. And this one is called My Studio's on Spring. And this one's just a little bit lighter hunter green. So, and a little bit, maybe just a tad bit more blue toned, I think. Beautiful color though. Super, super pretty. So if you want to see the difference between that. This one, the Sally Hansen was really dark.
Yeah.
This one's just a little bit lighter.
That one's very pretty.
Yeah, I really like that one. So, okay. Anything else we're going to learn about the Bloodstone?
It's very similar to Jasper. It talks about healing properties. Believed to grant its bearer security from any physical threat such as assault, bullying, or physical injury.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And then emotional healing as well.
So very similar, I
yeah.
guess, to the Jasper. But I wonder, I guess, you know, being its own unique stone. But it's still, I guess, because it's basically still the same kind of stone. So it's probably technically going to do the same kind of things.
Bloodstone can thoroughly anchor oneself in the body in the present moment and increase one's capability to perform with depth, purpose, and bravery.
Oh, I like that.
And then the mind benefits from the healing properties of Bloodstone. It emits a powerful positive vibration that enables the mind to open itself to the deepest of its various imaginations.
Oh, nice. So you can get a better imagination if you're using the Bloodstone.
Yes, and the red streaks signify the roots of life.
Okay, so and we're going to get to that. So in this, so let's talk about that because we did do one that came out with our little. And hopefully I'm flashing pictures up again of what this Bloodstone looks like. So this is the base color, right? But then typically this Bloodstone has these streaks of the red Jasper in there. So for this particular one, we use by OPI, which is My Studio's on Spring,
yep.
as the base. And then what we did was we put it on the silicone mat. We did a decal. Oh, she's even showing you part of the decal. Yeah, it's starting to dry up now though. So if you don't know how to do a decal, it's actually really easy. You can use a yogurt lid or like a sour cream lid, something kind of plastic, or just a silicone mat, and you just put drops on the mat, and then you can just, like if this was the silicone, you just fold it over and kind of do like a smushy. It's basically like a smushy mani.
Yeah.
And then what you do is you let it dry, and then you add the top coat on top of it and let that dry, and then you can just peel it up. You just peel it up and it becomes basically like a decal, and then you can just put it over the nail. And what I like to do is I'll use a cleanup brush, like if there's any hanging off the edge, and I will I kind of take my where, if I can find it, where is it? I can't find the, there it is. Okay, so I take like my cleanup brush, I dip it in acetone, and then I sort of like melt it around the edges like this, and then that gets all the extra off of there. You cut it to as big as the best size as you can, and then you just melt off the rest of it, and then go ahead and top coat it again. So, but you want to make sure that you do have your like a color base on the bottom first. Yeah. I mean, you could do it, I guess, without, but you might end up with bare spots. So you just want to make sure you have a good base on there. Now, if you didn't want to do it that way, there are other ways to do it. You could just do basically just do a smushy on your nail itself. So you could just take the polish and drop it onto your nail, and then take like a plastic bag or something, and you would probably want to put some liquid latex around your finger. I'm showing my worst finger. This one is, so I have nubs right now. But basically you're going to put liquid latex around, and then put the smushy, the bag on top of it, and you can do it like that. I've done that before, but personally, I feel like it gets really gloopy when you do that. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't like to do that. And then the other option I was thinking about doing was just stamping. I have a marble stamping plate.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So you could just do the veins with the stamping plate like that. The only thing is you need to really make sure you probably had a good stamping polish, because that green is so dark that I'm not really sure that like any of these would actually stamp well enough that you would notice what color it is. I think it might come out like brown or black almost if you if you didn't. So,
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to tell us anything else about Bloodstone, or what else?
Bloodstone uses and metaphysical properties.
Okay.
In Feng Shui, Bloodstone protects the home from evil spirits and forces.
Oh, so it has a Feng Shui
Yeah.
kind of background. Okay. So protects from evil forces. I like that.
Energizes every space in the house and grounds the energy just like a hematite works.
So you know what is interesting about that, which just kind of is that it seemed to me like the Bloodstones was like rooted in Christianity, right? Because that was supposed to be, but then yet it's used in Feng Shui, which is obviously from the Asian cultures, which wouldn't have been, I would think, in ancient times, you know, using Christianity. So that's really interesting that multiple cultures were finding a use or some kind of meaning behind the same stone, I guess is my point. So I don't know, that's kind of interesting. So, you know, I like to pick out those weird little trivial things. So does it say anything in there about where they're found? I don't know. I might have to add that one in there later. I'm not sure that we saw that earlier about
like where they come from.
Yeah, like where you would like where they're mostly found, like what part of the world they're found in.
Not that I've seen.
Okay, I might
just
just
do some additional.
I like to kind of add that in, so maybe I'll Google that and kind of put a little text in here about where they come from. So I'm not really sure how rare or not rare that they are. So okay, well here we go.
Bloodstone origin, Egypt. Okay.
Oh, here she found it. Okay, go for it.
The first people to use bloodstone were the Babylonians.
Okay,
and they made talismans and gems out of it. On the other hand, the Egyptians supposed that bloodstone gave them invulnerability and invisibility.
Oh, and that says the most significant sources. Yeah.
Are Brazil, South Africa, Germany, and Australia.
So Brazil is on every single one of these.
Yeah,
every single one. Like, what is the deal with Brazil? Like, why? Does anybody know? I want to know. Does anybody know why Brazil has so many different gemstones? I'm so curious about that.
Now here it says that bloodstone is the birthstone for March.
I did see that. It can be one for March as well. And that's because it's a zodiac sign.
Okay.
So we talked about that. So sometimes alternative gemstones for birth months can be due to the guardian angel of the month, or it can be the saint of the month, but also the zodiac sign. And we also know that zodiac signs, because they run off of a different calendar, it can span over multiple months. So you will see some of them go, you know, like we said, February, this one can also be March based on the zodiac sign. So it's a zodiac sign it's the stone for which zodiac sign, I guess is what it's saying. What is for
Aries?
Aries. Okay, so it's that's what it is. It's the stone for Aries if you're into zodiac signs. So that makes sense.
And I'm not an Aries. So.
No. I forget which one.
No, I don't know what I am actually.
No, I think you're Aquarius.
Well, yeah, I'm Aquarius. That's the gemstone though.
No, that's a zodiac sign. The gemstone is amethyst.
Oh, you're right. Yes, you're right. My brain is.
She's on vacation, so her brain is on vacation now too. That's what we've decided. She's like, oh, I sleep so well here. I'm like, yes, because you're on vacation. You don't have to worry about anything. Yes. So I think it's Aquarius for you. And then I believe
it's 100% Aquarius.
I think my son is Aries, but I'm not sure because I can't remember what Aries.
He's later in the month.
Well, yeah, he's middle of the month, so about middle of the month. So I'm not sure when.
I think the cutoff is around like the 14th or 15th, something like that.
Oh, okay. So then maybe he's not. He might be whatsoever's before it. I'm not sure what's before it.
No, I think like because he's later, right?
He's the 12th.
So I think Aquarius cuts off somewhere around the 14th, and then it becomes.
Oh, so he might still be. Yeah. Oh, is it? Oh, I
think I could be wrong though, because I'm not fully into.
I know. I don't look at that except for my own. That's the only one that I really know. So anyway. All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. Let us know if you have any of these wonderful polishes, or if you have any other ideas for what you might use to do a red jasper or bloodstone jasper mani. And any other questions or comments, please leave them below. Thank you for joining us today. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.